Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a very wet Mexico City. The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for the ED2 race 8 out of 11. We have 3 more to go, and we have 71 laps ahead of us. Moving on from the full qualifying session last night, and joining in the commentary box from last night is Mr. Stumpy. How are you?
All good, mate. How are we doing?
I'm very good. You're excited?
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to this, especially with the different weather, mixed conditions that we've got lined up. When it's going to switch over, the grid, the championship, all these variables. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, it's going to be a mad one. There has been a few changes to the grid. Cam had a power cut, so Muzzer has replaced him, but he can't take his position, so he starts towards the back of the grid. Rage is also reserving for Suleiman, who couldn't make it, so he starts at the back of the grid. That's obviously moved a few people up the grid for those respective positions that they can't carry over. They can carry... well... Stumpy, they've got to make a choice on the strategy and setup, haven't they? Like, do you run a wetter setup? Do you go ugly early? Do you run a dry setup for later? I wouldn't know what to do.
Well, I think a lot of people will go in the middle with a more of a hybrid setup. Some drivers may put all their eggs into one basket and go for the dry setup later, take a bit of a gamble. So we'll see what they do. It will be interesting.
I hope we've got the practice, because as you can see, the weather's heavy rain. It is set to move. We don't know how quick it will move, but it is set to move, and we'll have a dry spell later on. And I hope people just try and keep it clean, because everyone's going to be on the same strategy early doors, aren't they? It's going to go to dry, so we're going to swap from wets to inters at some point and then to slicks. So everyone's in the same boat, aren't we there, Stumpy? In terms of that, at least.
Yeah, and there will be a different variation of laps. People pitting, people will go earlier, try and get that gamble. I mean, DRS enabled is usually the exact right time, but if you can pit if you can read the conditions and possibly pit that lap earlier, sometimes that can pay off, so it'll be interesting to see how many of them decide to do that.
We have got the task system. Well, I have a task system. We tried to get Stumpy a login, but it didn't quite pay off. And we tried to have 2 people on at once, and it didn't really work. So I'll keep it on the side so we can keep up to date. And Stumpy did say he likes to not have as much information. From a fan's point of view, you want to see less information and just react to what happens very, very quickly. Championships, Hobbsy 115, Max 100, White and Big Bars Bowl 74-72, Red Bull 50-point lead. This is not including the qualifying points that Big Bars Bowls got last night, and J Lawler, who start on the front row. It's a long rundown, isn't it, Stumpy? And they're going to be literally like crawling.
Yeah, they are. I'll be amazed if there's no bits of wind flying down that main straight with such poor visibility. 14th, 15th and 16th places have been removed from the formation lap. They're doing contact somewhere, so their tyres are going to be even colder.
Well, you don't need the tyres on the screen, everybody. We know what they are. We'll put position changes on, and we'll see what the chaos is going to unfold down a turn 1. I would expect everyone to try and keep it clean and crack on with the race, but we know ED2 can throw up some surprises, as we saw in Monza last week. Silverstone, Zandvoort and Abu Dhabi are the races to come after this, but until that point, 71 laps of Mexico is about to happen. We will have the glitch tonight due to me hosting the lobby, but nevertheless, strap yourselves in, everybody, and get ready for 71 laps of the Mexico circuit, as Sergio Perez would say. Lights out and away we go. It's a shocking start by the race leader. He's already been overtaken by Jay Lawler. Wizard has got away okay, and so has Stephen and Brewer. And 4 wide there in the middle between 5th and 8th. Brewer has up 3 already. What a start for Moreno. In a turn 1 we go. Jay Lawler takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Contact between Brewer and Wizard, but they're both through safe. Wizard has now got the other Renault on his inside, and it looks okay. Wizard down 3 at the start. Stephen and Max struggling, and Alfie 2. Yellow flag at the back.
And that is championship leader C Max. He's been turned around the wrong way, and now he is facing an uphill struggle. He's down in 19th now. He did not want that sort of start.
Stephen down 16 places to 20th. 2L Wyatt's got past Jacko, up 4. Jacko up 5 for Moo. And the top two have changed as we head round to number 6 and 7. Jay Wills into 9th place. Hobbs is up 2 as well. Big moment for Max in the championship fight with Hobbsy, going wide there. L Wyatt and Mahas, and the driver's struggling with the tyre temp early doors.
Yeah, the two Renaults having a great start to the 3rd and 4th. But the man off the line is Ragay from last place, up 6 positions in 14th, and already all over the back of AFL. He's moving pretty fast up the field. A lot of people struggling in the stadium section. It's going to be tricky to get the power down in the early laps, find a bit of a rhythm as well. So, yeah, that's... Ooh, it's so tentative getting on that throttle like the last corner. People getting it sideways, and Raggy nearly goes into the pit lane there, just a bit too eager on that throttle.
Spud has surpassed White's going down a turn 1. He got a very good exit out of turn 17, the final corner. Spud's up 5 places at the start of his race, and the guy in front of him is up 4. Damage on the first lap was for Max and Alfie. 44 damage for Max, 63 damage, and that's for Alfie. So they've, well, one of them's pitted, the other one hasn't, and I'm sure Tass is correct. Says so J Law's ahead, was 1.2, gone down to half a second, so maybe a slip there, Stumping. We're going to see quite a few of those.
Yeah, Lawler went a bit wide after the chicane. I'm not sure if he had a bit of a tank slap or only caught the back end of it, but Ballbarrow's closing Lawler in. Brewer 2.2 behind, but Spud has split the Renaults, as you said, I think. But he might get the other Brewer here. Brewer's struggling through their masses, and Spud's going to try and go down the outside. This is going to be tight on the turn-in.
Wow.
Spud gives him the room.
Wow, great racing from the pair in turn 12. And White's trying to sneak his nose in through that second phase of the stadium section 2, but Spud saying nope. I've worked for the first lap and the second lap to get into 4th. I'm going to try and keep it. Who's got the better exit out of that final corner? For Big Boys Bounce took a slip. He's lost about 3/4 of a second coming out of that final corner. 2 tenths behind is Wizard now, who's gaining on White. He's burning that battery. He's willing to do it. Is he willing to make a move into turn 1? The McLaren driver? No, stays behind. Thinks better of it.
Yeah, there's no point just sending it this early in the race.
Gone off.
Oh. That's Ramos.
The pit lane, yeah. Or the pit straight.
Yeah, no damn. Yeah, he's probably just got a bit too eager on the throttle, I'd imagine, and spun him round. I'm surprised Max is carrying on with his damage down in 17th. You're gonna need all the downforce you can in these conditions, but yeah, he's carrying on. Meanwhile, at the front, Jay Lawler's opened up that gap to 1.5 now.
Stephen has got 12% damage to some part of his wing, apparently. So he's going to struggle. Doesn't necessarily mean he's got an M plate missing, but it does mean he's probably losing some time somewhere. Not very much, a couple of hundreds maybe. And we're on board with Spud and the Alfa Romeo, trying to stay behind Brewer, getting very close to that gearbox of the yellow and black car. Not this year though, of course. That'll change. But can't wait for the new game, by the way. This game's been out. Brewer's slipping everywhere. And Spud's trying to go on my right hand side, trying to use that wet line. I don't know how much it helps, but I think Brewer's struggling. Okay, the red light was for deployment because he used it on. They're both burning so much battery, 30-40%. They're willing to go through it all. I think Spud has has backed off there because he's not willing to use any more, and he stays into 4th place. It's getting quite tense between the two Renaults and Spud.
Oh, but there's a bit of contact from the other Renault as I think Spud got a little bit too much curb and that slowed him down, and that has given White the chance to go down the inside, and he's taking it, and the move is done. But brilliant move from Spud if he can pull this off.
And he has pulled it off.
Yeah.
He has. I think that was legal in my eyes. Wizard is trying to capitalise on Moreno too, as he goes on the inside of White and makes it work. White's off the tracks. He's going to have to stay behind. I think that was fair too.
Yeah, that's Wizard being opportunistic there, as he always is. And that was a great move, so not so good for White. He went up a position momentarily, but then he lost 2.
Yeah, see, sometimes it's better to just give the position away, don't lose too much time, and then try and come back a little bit later on, maybe. Very opportunistic, I like that word, from the McLaren of Wizard. He's back up to P5 after the poor start that he got on the lights out. It is tricky, isn't it, to get a good start, and it's very difficult to recover if you do get a bad first or second phase, because it's such a long run. Everyone's still in the race, though, which is good.
Yeah, it is, and the man on the move is Raggy. He's at 9 places now, into 11th, all over Vamu for 10th in the Haas. He's almost pushing him through the stadium. Lost a bit of ground on the straight, but he might be able to have a look into turn 1. Is that Hobbsy, I see?
It is.
Hobbsy's
something.
making moves. Oh, bit of contact there, but White does keep that position.
Bit forceful. But maybe a sign of getting the elbows out, as Jack Prentice on a Wednesday likes to call it.
Yeah, well, White might have felt a bit hard done by on the previous lap, so you might think, if it's going to be a bit, tough, I'm going to toughen up myself, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Oh, Raggy's gone into the back of El Wire. I don't think he's got damage, I hope not. It was a soft hit, but a soft hit in these conditions still sends you sliding into next week, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. He had that sort of contact with Vermouth the lap earlier. I think Raggy maybe just needs to be a bit more
J-Will's
patient.
problem.
Well, yeah.
He's just gone wide there. No damage, it looks like, on the RP. Oh, maybe. Oh, no, he's fine. But a bit wide there, Stumpy. Cost him 2 places.
It's lost it. The S's maybe saved it before it occurred. But yeah, what I was saying about Raggy is he seems to have such a pace advantage that he might need to be a bit more cautious, because the last thing he's going to want is, after he's made up all this round, is get some wing damage after pit.
Absolutely. Up top, Spud, a 10th away from Brewer, was closing, but they're already at turn 1. I was on board with a car who just passed the finish line. And you can see how much the cars are struggling in these conditions. I think Van Moo has passed J-Rose in a turn 1, I'm guessing. We can go back to that now, even though the move has already been done. In a 10th place for Moo.
So the Hobbsy White battle seemed to ease a little bit, but
oh, Raggy, that was class. Absolute class. He dummied the outside. White went to cover it and dived down the inside of turn 4. Tricky to do in these conditions. Raggy is making moves, but he is 19 seconds off the leader, so work to do for the Williams.
Yeah, there is, but he's got a nice bit of clean air now, so now we're going to see what sort of pace Raggy will have. He's already got a penalty by the looks, so he's taken a few liberties with track limits at the minute.
Very good point.
Let's see what happens, but no doubt his pace is rapid, so he's already taken 7/10 out of Hobbsy in the sector or two that he's had, and that is a Haas round.
Is that a Wyatt?
Yeah, it was.
Where is that? That's going into,
yeah, the stadium section. So he's down to 60. He seems to have recovered. I'm not sure if he's got damage or if anyone else hit him, but yeah. There's what? Oh, Hobbsy's pit. Do he have damage, or has he gone to inches?
It doesn't look like. It does look like light rain. Yeah, it does look like light rain. It's definitely not as heavy. There are still a lot of puddles, though. I was just having a look.
No, Moz has gone into as well.
I was just checking with the last lap times, and they are coming down slowly. Whether it's enough for intermediates to take an effect, I don't know. But yeah, because there's a balance, isn't there, that you have to find. You have to find, are the inters matching the pace or better? And in real life, you only really know that if someone else picks for them, and you can use that data. Hobbsy's gone off his conscience, though. White, Raggy, LY, AFL, Alfie Muzzer with the pens, and AFL being the only one with 6 at the moment, and we've done 6 laps completed. We're on the 7th of 71. Not that long to go, everybody. Just another hour and a bit.
It's too early for Inters, I think. Hobbsy's struggling in that first sector. It's just washing his car out as he tries to turn in. He's already lost a couple of seconds. I'm just going to watch it go through these S's now. It doesn't look grippy, it looks a bit slidey. He cut some corners.
Are you looking at Hobbsy right now? Yeah, if you next lap, we'll try and look at his time and see if they're equivalent or worse off. Look at tyre percentages. 21% highest for the leader, 16% for second, 23 and 16 for third and fourth. So the odd numbers doing better than the evens on tyre. Whether that's setup wise, whether that's pushing wise, I don't know. Jacko has entered the pits. I saw the arrows falling, but he's okay. He's just going into the pits. Spudhead has been challenging Brewer since the start of this race, or at least since he moved up from that excellent start. And he's still just behind the Renault. Very close.
So, keeping an eye on Hobbsy. Gap to the leader is 39.1 seconds as I speak. So, let's see if that starts to come down or stabilises even. You would not want to lose ground.
That's another way you can do it, yeah.
Yeah, he's already lost 0.3.
Right. Yeah, so it's just about seeing if those Inters can come in or come into range, start matching the leader. But the problem is, the moment he's pitted, after it, everyone's going to have newer tyres, newer intermediate tyres. Not by a lot, but plus or minus 10%, I guess. Inside, Spud, trying? No. Oh, Boo is quite slow through the exit of stadium. A little bit of contact between the Renault and Alpha. Let's see if Spud is willing to use that battery. Brewer has saved though, 93% battery. It's not bad. It's getting quite close. Brewer has fallen away, or fell, from the top 2. And then you've got a battle all the way from 3rd to 6th. Is Spud had got a chance at it? I don't think he will in these conditions. He doesn't, but he used another 35% battery and now he's on less than a quarter of his charge.
It's quite significant. Update on Hobbsy's coming to the line. It's now 40.2, so he's lost a second that lap, so we're not a million miles away. Yeah, so Mazda, Jacko, Ramos and Hobbsy on those intermediate tyres.
Just drinking my Fanta as we're in for a long night. Did you get your drinks ready, Stumpy? Hope you did.
Yep, I got my water.
Oh, you got your water?
Yeah.
Water. Yeah.
Not too much sugar this time now, I won't sleep all night.
Yeah, so some of us don't have bedtimes. I definitely don't at the moment. Spud?
I'm old.
Yeah, fair enough. I will have a bedtime soon. But not during this lockdown. Oh, Billy getting slippy. Spud gonna chance it. No. And he obviously wants to be careful. No damage between the two of them is what we want. And he's got to make that move. Of course, no DRS until the dry conditions. So it's all exits and chances and making the right calls. And has he got a move here? Is he willing to burn all that battery again? We know Brewer is because he's got a full lot of it. And Spud has run out at the last second. And he's just not going to have that extra little bit. Oh, actually, is he going to go for it? Nope, he's going to cut the curb and probably get a warning for that. Definite warning, I think.
Brewer down statistics, making a move on J Wills for 9th position. Fairly easy down the straight. As Witten made a move on Spud there.
Very good spot. I think he has.
Yeah, and the job is done. That's I only managed to switch to it as it was happening.
So Spud was behind Brewer for about 8 laps, and Wizard has just been patient and waited and seized the opportunity. Comes back to you saying he was opportunistic on lap 2.
Yeah, he's very much that sort of.
He's going for Brewer now as well.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, Brewer's slipping! Has he saved it? I think he saved it, but he's going to lose a place to the McLaren of Wizard there, and they're going to go wheel to wheel through stadium, and I think Wizard is through. The Renault goes a little bit wide, and they're going wheel to wheel. Mate, this is the fans have paid for good entertainment here. I think Wizard's just through. Oh, it's all getting messy. It's 4 cars in one place, and now the Alpha's trying to come in. Oh, the Alpha's lost it, and he's going to have to reverse. I think he's lost an end plate as well. How unlucky is that for Spud?
Yeah, that's a sort of corner where 3 into 1 in wet conditions especially isn't going to go.
57 that is, by the way, 57%. That's a lot. He's going to have to pit.
Yeah, and it wouldn't surprise me if he goes straight onto the inters.
You're absolutely right.
Oh, I'm not sure if some glitch has happened because he has mediums.
Oh no!
On the track.
Oh, he's put mediums on. Oh dear. And Rage's trying to fight with the Renault of White. Oh, got no camera, and White's got the inside back, and Rage's going to have to give it up and behave. Trying to get a track limit warning round the outside. And Ramos blue flag in already, trying to get out of the way. Obviously he's ghosted. Because he's a flag car.
How far was Raggy behind before? I know he's caught up with them now.
Well, he was 19, wasn't he? What's he now? 17.3.
He's 17 off the leader. We're again getting twitchy through the S's there on the exit. Not enjoying this stage of the race.
Not enjoying it, is he? I don't think anyone is, to be honest.
Lawler's in.
Lawler's in. Lawler is in. Lawler's on 2 warnings. Brewer's on 1. Wizard and Big Bow's Ball 0. Vermoo 2. Sadistic and Steven 0. So, a lot of differences there. So Wizard moves up, of course, no pit yet. Jay Lawler's gone for intermediates. It is planned to do that at some point. Maybe now is the time. Ragay is steaming past in his Williams, and he's overtaken White down to turn 1. He's now into P3, probably a net P4.
Yeah, so looking at Hobbsy, he was 41.7 line the leader, so, and he's been in traffic, so obviously it's at least matching the leader's time now, so I think now is the time for the intermediate tyres to box pit without it being too much of a risk.
Yeah.
And so yeah, over half the field now is on intermediate tyres.
Jay Lawler's just gone 3 tenths quicker from a leader gap, so maybe you're right, and Big Bars Bowls is in open track, so no excuse from that point of view. So maybe it is time. Maybe that's extended Jay Lawler's gap at the front as well. It was about 1.5, 2 seconds, I believe. Might have gone up to 2.5 now as he closes in. So guessing the intermediates are right now, Stumpy.
Yeah, it's a good job. It's a short lap as a Big Bad Balls pits, and look, because Lawler is approaching the back at this little 3rd and 4th scrapped. So we won't want to get held up too long. Raggy continues. Raggy goes again.
Okay, he does go again.
Yeah, so he'll take the lead of this race.
That's crazy, isn't it? So Ragay's worked his way from the back of the grid, now at the front, but the guy that he needs to overtake to win the race at the moment is now behind him on the better tyres. So you can see the work Ragay has to do. And people are saying, oh, he's going to win the race, he's going to win the race. If he's going to win the race, he's going to have to work for it, because at the moment he's about 21 seconds behind. Increasing. Ragay's just been given his 6 seconds of pens as well. So that's 21 plus another 6. So, yeah, it's not all done.
A lot of work to do indeed. Like you said, he's already come through the field. He was up to 3rd anyway before people pitted, so he didn't just make it up there by everyone pitting and him not. He did work all the way through, but he's going to have to pit, and he's going to have to do it, a lot of it again. So, like you say, a lot of work to do. A lot of time to make up.
Oh, we got wheel-to-wheel action between Sadistic and Jacko in a turn number 4. Jacko brakes late, brakes well, and takes that corner ahead of Steven, Sadistic tried to nip in his AlphaTauri. Now he's going to lose another place to Jay Wills, but he's going to try and come back in on the inside of that mini chicane, we could call it technically, or hairpin, I don't know. It's about 150 degrees, I guess. And they're going to go wheel to wheel. Jay Wills on the inside. And he pulls through, I think, Stumpy. 12th place for the Willikers.
Yeah, so Raggy is in. Vermouth has decided to go again. He's the only man on track on wet tyres, currently in P3. Wizard will reclaim 4th position, and Raggy will come out ahead of White. Well, Brewer's got ahead of him.
He'll come out ahead of White.
Behind. Yep,
yeah, that's quite far behind. He's lost a lot of time.
Yeah, now Raggy with some fresher tyres. One lap behind, but I mean the guys like Hobbsy and Muzzer now look in 8th and 9th. They've put 6 laps on these intermediates now.
Yeah.
And they're 25 seconds behind the leaders. But Muzzer's having a good stint on these inters. He's closed up to Hobbsy in 9th position in that Ferrari.
Yeah.
So yeah, and he's not too far behind White either.
Steven's had a problem. But before I explain why, is Jacko going to go down the inside to 4? A lap ago, they were going wheel to wheel. They're trying again. Oh, bit of contact between the two. Was there enough space left by Sadistic? The camera didn't really help me answer that question. Is someone dropping places at the front, or is Vermeer entering the pits?
I think that's Vermeer, because he's out on the wet tyres. No, that's Raggy and Brewer having a good scrap in the final sector. And that is Ramos.
And it's a safety car deployed! I love that phrase. Ramos has binned his car because he couldn't control it up the final corner. And that is a safety car at Mexico. It allows Vermeer to pit and not lose as much positions. It brings all the pack together. And you know what? I'm kind of happy he's done that, to be honest.
Yeah, and
he's just binned it, hasn't
yeah.
he? He's tried to come around, he's lost it, and just done a Bottas in qualifying, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. But Muzzer's taking advantage of this now. Hobbsy, he's on 7-lap-old intermediates. Everyone else is pretty much fresh. But yep. I thought one of them would take the gamble, to be fair. Muzzer is the one who has done it, and he's only lost 1 position, to be fair. So that's good thinking from Muzzer.
Maybe. Tyre percentages: 9% leader, 4% second, 4% Wizard, 2% Raggy, 9% Brewer. Those are all the highest. Hobbs's are 25. Like you said, because he's done that extra bit. Jacko's are 90. So the safety car will pull everyone together. I'm kind of happy it's happened. I didn't really want blue flags and stuff. It also brings, obviously, everyone together, but all on the same tyre. And then when the rain stops, that's when it will get interesting. And the people without penalties prosper. So, yeah, you break the rules, you get punished, as a famous wizard says. And he's on his no penalty race at the moment, as are the 2 guys in front of him, and Brewer and Sadistic. The only lot in the top 10 who haven't got penalties at the moment. Safety cars just after turn number 1, 2, 3. And Jay Lawler will catch it anytime now.
Yeah, and this also brings back into the race. He was having an excellent first stint, to be fair, until he got caught up in a bit of a tangle with Wizard. So he's down in 18th. He's got some moves to make, and C-Max as well down in 16th. His first stint was mostly hampered by the fact he had wing damage. So let's see if he can make any moves and get up the order and try and get back on terms with Hobbsy.
I mean, it's give Raggy a banging jump up to P4. He got the inters on. He's now there. He now catches up the cars in front of him, 25 or so seconds in front. And now he can race to the end. And we know how quick he is. So my comments before didn't include a safety car, just saying. But he's up there now. And you got to fancy him, to be fair, with the pace that he's got. It was going to be a challenge trying to catch 25 seconds, but now he's got to catch, what, 3? When they get together.
Yeah, he's going to make 6 seconds as well if he can get out in front.
Safety car will
So
definitely do another lap. This is the second one. It can do 3 or 4 I've seen in career, so it'll definitely do another. Last car's at turn 1 now, so yeah, chance for everyone to calm down, reset their streams or whatever. We have a chance to calm down. He can drink his water. I'll drink my Fanta. I don't even like fizzy drinks that much, but yeah, I need to stay awake for this. Honestly, I don't. I hate them. I don't know why I bought one, to be honest. Should have just bought like a... How big is this bottle? Oh, it's 2 litres. Jesus. 2 litres of Fanta. I'm not going to drink it all, but...
I'm gonna say, you know, something you don't like fizzy drinks, you go and buy 2 litres of it.
I just turn into... it just keeps me awake, to be honest. I don't even like it. Like, it's not that tasty. I'm not going to go. But, I don't know, it'll do. It'll do. I don't want to turn into one big gas bubble of oxygen. No, it's not oxygen, it's carbon dioxide, isn't it? Fizzy
Yeah.
drinks. Yeah, I don't want to turn into a carbon atom. That wouldn't be good. We get to chill though. We've done some hard work there, Stumpy. 17 laps.
Yeah.
Only 54 to go.
Yeah, we've got the crazy part, yeah, of when it turns to dry.
Yeah, true. Very true. Wonder if the Aston Martin safety car will be in the next year's F1. That'd be good. I'm sure it will. But do you get to pick? Because in real life it swaps every race, so do you get to pick? Yeah, for this race we'll have the Aston Martin one. Or do you think they'll match it to real life? Do you think?
I'd imagine there'll be some licensing issues somewhere along the line.
Oh, Aston Martin would love it. Just free advertisement for their car.
Yeah.
They wouldn't pay F1 to do it, would they? F1 would pay them. No? I don't know. Don't know how it works.
It'd be great. It'd be great to see something other than Mercedes, I'll be honest.
I do like it, but yeah, I mean, the Aston Martin does look pretty nice. Might even do a 4th lap this safety car because we still haven't caught up yet.
Yeah, if he's going to turn his lights off, it's going to be pretty late.
Yeah, we're doing another lap. We're doing a 4 lap on the safety car. So first time this season we've had a heavy wet start. First time this season we've had a heavy wet start. Also the first time the safety car's done 4 laps. I've only seen it do 3. Yeah, it's definitely going again. Fair enough. I mean, this race is definitely going to hit the 1 hour 40 or something. Nice. We're testing them. Only lost 1 Stumpy though, and no blue flag, so everyone's back in really, technically.
Yeah, and well, that's good going, isn't it? Especially in these conditions. Especially down that straight, you know, if you're starting in the midfield towards the back, going into turn 1, 2, 3, well, it'd be horrific. I'd be so tentative on the brakes. I'd be braking so early. I'd be braking by the start-finish line.
That early?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on ice, Bambi on ice, there we go. So you sent me a message, Stumpy, and Wizard sent me a message basically saying the same thing with the same numbers about the tyre length. Or the length of distance the tyres can go when we get to the slicks. Maybe you want to try and tell the viewers what you said and what Wizard said, because he basically matched you.
Yeah, well, so basically we're expecting this rain to ease off and go to dry at some point, at which point we do not know, but in terms of tyre life, we're expecting like the softs to last between 13 17 laps at some sort of performance. Could be stretched to around 20, but you know, those last 3 laps will be pretty slow. And the mediums, I think it was between 30 and 37 laps, but again could be stretched to about 40 if need be. So once that rain does come in, it's going to be interesting to see what people choose. And the lights on the safety car are out.
They are out, and we get going again, and it's very tricky to warm up your tyres. It's a very slow section to go through before the safety car comes in with pits. And what's Jay Lawler going to do? Is he going to go early, try and get the traction out the final corner? Is he going to go... I mean, you can't really go late, can you? Because it's like Monza, the line is quite early. before the length of the task ahead of getting down to turn 1. And is he gone? Upshifts to gear 4, but it kind of cancels on him and he goes back to 3. But J Lawler restarts the Grand Prix and he's got a good start. Big Baz Balls got a good start ahead of Wizard and Ragay and Brewer. Then comes White, everyone behaving themselves going down to turn 1. Someone's very close to a racing point near the back of the grid, could be a Haas of L White and Alfie. I'm sure we can keep an eye on it. Into turn 1 we go. No changes for the top 8. Maybe one in 9th. Oh, someone's gone round. Brewer is round into the first chicane. I didn't see what happened. I do apologise. But he is round and down to 13th. And that is not what he would have wanted at all.
No, absolutely not. I the same as you. I was focusing on Muzzer, seeing if he was going to pull that move off. And we got Hobbsy challenging White for 5th position, going into this double right-hander here, and I don't think he's going to get it done. No, he's going to back out before they go to the S's, but so the real winner off the restart is Muzzer, up 2 places.
Yeah, real winner, Mr. Muzzer in the Ferrari. As you said, he pitted for better intermediate tyres. Sadistic King has had a moment. He's been surpassed by Jacko and J-Wills. AFL is quite far behind, so he's not going to lose that place to him. Hobbsy and White having a battle. White goes wide after the turn 12 curve on the left-hand side. And Hobbsy just staying within. When is it going to go to driver? On lap 19. I said it would be before 36. I still agree with that statement. White is going into a pits. And the Renaults have had a mare.
Yeah, that's no good. Has he got any damage?
I'm just checking now. Yeah, Brewer only got 6. Brewer got spun round 6%. White got 51, but I didn't see where that was.
I'm not sure, but White quite significant ring damage, so he would have had to pit it. He's gonna want another safety car to bring him back into this race.
It's a big gap.
Raggy's coming back from quite a long way, but Wizard's held it for now. Yeah, and Wizard has got that covered off for momentarily at least.
All fair. And what was I going to say? I forgot. Oh yeah, Brewer's got 6%, so he's carrying that down in 12th place after that spin. I don't know if it was self-inflicted. I guess not. Or maybe it was cold tyres after that long run down at turn 1. Maybe. Too much power. I don't know. But yeah, I'm sure if there was an incident, we will see it later. So Ragay 3/10 behind Wizard. We just saw that battle on stream. Hobbsy 4.6 behind. Then come Muzzer and Vermouth very close 1.2. Jacko and J-Wills having a wheel-to-wheel battle into Stadium. And J-Wills stays ahead of the Alfa Romeo. I believe that's what it was before they started having a scrap. The fans are getting drenched, aren't they? But they're getting some action.
At least it won't be cold rain this time of year.
Yeah, about 35 degrees or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think TAS tells us what the temperature is. Should we have a look? It's gone from 27 to 21. 21. There you go. It's not cold. Muzzer, Hobbsy. Sorry, Stumpy, go on.
Yeah, he did get past for me the lap before, and he's just taken a position off Hobbsy. 8 lap fresher tyres, and now it's 5 seconds behind Raggy now, so he's going to have to unleash some pace to catch up to the front 4.
Well, Hobbs is in big trouble, by the way, because his tyre is 40 and 30, the highest 2. The cars all around him mixing between 20 and 13. So he's in big trouble. He's got like double the damage on the tyre, and the rain is showing no sign of setting up or shutting stop. Wait, what's the saying? I don't know, can't remember.
Shutting shop.
Yeah, maybe. Shutting shop. Shutting stop, yeah. And Vermouth slipping everywhere, by the way. Is that connection? He was on a 1 bar. The only driver's been on a 1 bar. It's definitely not me. 150 megabytes as Wizard and Raggy have a battle. And Wizard is winning it at the moment. It's like father like son, isn't it? The old man teaching the young one a lesson.
Yeah.
Sorry, Wizard. You're not that old. He's won, though. Oh, Stadium. Pink.
He's doing well. Oh, Wills. J. Wills.
Oh, no. I don't know. Well, he's off. Has he got damage? I don't know.
No damage.
What lap are we on? 21. Yeah, Spudhead's got damage. Yeah, he had to retime the pits. Spudhead got 51 damage last lap, which says on the system. Oh, where did he get it? Oh, he was doing so well, wasn't he? Until he got that damage really early on in the race before lap 10.
Yeah, he was. He was running pretty high. They were all. I think there was about 4 of them, wasn't there? All battling. There was the 2 Renaults, him.
Was it Wizard?
Yeah. So, he stuck in. He's given it his all, and sometimes when you get something like that happen, and then later on in the race you get some more damage, you just call it a day. So.
I'll just see what Spudhead has put in this chat. I'll bleep out the swear words. He goes, beep, beep, game. One begins with F and one begins with S. So you can probably guess what he's trying to say. And he put, Jeff is a knob. I can say that. Knob. So I think we know what it implies there as well. Oh, Boo again! Slipping and damage. I think he may retire the pits. Because, well, if he pits, which I'm sure he will, he's going to come out behind his teammate who's already struggling.
Both end plates gone for Burt.
Rain stops, Spud. Sorry, not Spud. Jesus. Stumpy.
Yeah. And Burt. Oh no, he's carried on.
Well, fair play to him. What's the damage percentage? 31. Oh, and 38. 31 left, 38 front.
But the rain has stopped. I'm noticing.
Jeff gave me mediums when everyone was in wets. Now, Spud, listen, you're an esports driver. You should know this. Before you pit, ever, you should check what it said. If you did check it, and he's messed up, then I can understand why you're so angry. But if you didn't check it, I have no sympathy. Because I did that once. Oh, big balls. Jeez Louise. Nearly slipped on board with him there. And the rain has stopped, and this is the transition now. Can you make it alive from the inters to the dry? And then when you do make it alive, what do you do? How many laps? 23? 71 minus 23, 48. Long way to go. Wizard said a triple soft stop is feasible. It probably is. Hards are a no-go. He said he wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot barge pole. So what are you going to do? That's the question. And when's the track going to dry out?
It's not like it'll be far away. It just looks to be flying fairly quickly, doesn't it? But the big question mark is Hobbsy.
49.
He's going to have to pick before anyone else. So he's more likely to gamble, I think. 16 laps is done.
We've also... Oh, Jacko, slipping down the order badly. He's just oh, he's pitting. Okay, that's fine. Got worried. You got to think of the double constructors as well. 2 McLarens, first and third. So who's going to go? You'd expect the leader to obviously go first, but they're not in communication. I'm sure J-Law and Wizard will be in communication. Big Bars, Bottles, and Hobbsy. They probably can't double stack. There's a bit of a gap. You don't want to risk it though. So who's going to go first out of them? Who we got? Ragay. Okay, Vamu is in the Haas tonight, so Ragay's teammate's quite a while away. Jacko's gone for mediums already. To be fair, that track has dried up quick.
Yeah.
Wizard's going to be in trouble, you know, if he has to go again. If it's really bad.
Or does he take it into his own hands and just go like now? If Lawler goes on, maybe
he has to. I think Lawler will pit. I really do. I mean, Jacko's still slipping. Yeah, he's turning. Yep. It's time for the dry strategy, and Wizard's going to have to crack on. He's going to have to do another lap. It's not a very long lap, but it's still going to be 125 plus. And the interesting thing now is, what do we go on, Stumpy? What strategies?
Well, let's see. Lawler's gone for the soft. Depends what they're going to do, doesn't it? I mean, if they're going to go for 3 softs, or maybe a medium and a soft. That medium does have a good range.
Different. Yeah. That's 2 medium, 2 soft. For now, yellow flag coming out of a pit lane. I don't know why. So it's soft, medium, medium, soft, soft, medium. So soft looks like it's the chosen one. but the Big Bounce Balls and Raggy have opted for the medium. Very, very interesting. We don't know what it's going to happen, but we'll see. Wizard, oh, I feel so bad. He's had to stay out another lap.
Lost a second already this lap to Lawler.
A second? Oof.
Yeah,
Jeez.
already. So, well, we'll see what it's like. It might have been worth Wizard just hanging back and double stacking, but I think he'll get away with it.
Look at Raggy and Max Stumpy. You can see the difference there between a dry set and a wet set. Look at how much, and you can just tell from that how much they're struggling. And Raggy's going for a switcheroo as the Mercedes goes wide. That was very nice, and I think Max is going to upset that Stumpy. He knows he's got a pit now.
Yeah, and that was brilliant from Raggy there. Brilliant racing mind. He just read that perfectly. And what's Wizard going on? Wizard's going on to the soft tyre.
So, Mercedes has had an incident. Max is facing the wrong way. Was that a traction loss there? He's got no damage, but he's probably lost about 5 or 7 Oh, he can't drive! He's struggling that bad. He can't even get the traction to go into the pits. Oh dear. And that's what happens when you go a lap later. Not his fault. I think his teammate was pretty close. Yeah, and Wizard's quite bad. Muzzer! Oh!
Oh, Muzzer, that's brilliant. Muzzer's worked his way up. Well, both of them from the back of the grid, Raggy and Muzzer, were 19th and 20th, and now 3rd and 4th in this race.
It's very good. Very good effort so far from a pair of them, but both of them have penalties. 3 seconds for Muzzer, 6 seconds for Raggy. Jay Lawler's got a 3-second pen. Big Bounce Balls hasn't, but 4.2 behind. He's just getting 3 temps, so maybe Jay Lawler had a bit of a slip. And let's go on board with Steven. He's half a second away from the car. Gap's starting to show just a little bit, which is not a bad thing at this stage. People trying to settle down. Still 18 in this race, which is very good actually, with the heavy rain and the inter-rain for the first 24. Dried up very quickly, though, didn't it, Stumpy? We were talking on 22, like, how long is it going to dry up? By 24, everyone was in.
Yeah, they dried up very quickly indeed. But back to what you were saying about penalties, this is the stage of the race where penalties are going to come in thick and fast. People are going to be committing, pushing, and abusing them track limits, not you know, on purpose or anything, just with full commitment. Because obviously, wet weather, you go a bit slower.
Yeah.
So it's easier to stay within those lines. So fully expecting. I'm going to say at least 19 of the 20 drivers to have penalties. We all know the one person who might not get a penalty.
Yeah, definitely. DRS is on, of course, everybody. The rear wing can now open. Down to 1, down to 4, and down to 12 after the S's. And we expect it to remain dry for the rest of the race. So it is a strategic racing battle for the next 44 laps. You can do a soft. You said they can do between 17, 18 maybe, which would be 18, 36, 54. Plausible. In terms of 44, they could do what? 14, 14, 14, 14, 15, 15 even. They could do that. They could do a soft medium. They could do... Well, they couldn't do medium all the way, so we could do a medium soft. Who knows? Yellow flag into stadium. That is an Alfa Romeo and an overtake up top. Wheel to wheel, Muzzer and Wizard. And Wizard is through, very, very close to tapping the right hand side of Muzzer's Ferrari, but Wizard is through. I think Muzzer made a mistake there, Stump, because he lost over a second as well.
Well, I think it was just conceding the position, to be fair. I think he might have felt that if he stuck his nose in, that Wizard would have took the corner and Muzzer might have been facing the other way, so I think he might have jumped on the brakes a bit there. Which is fair enough, because Wizard pretty much did have that place, but thinking Raggy right now, he's got some great pace on them mediums. He's right behind Big Bounce Balls, and Muzzer was on the soft tyre and he was nearly 2 seconds ahead of him by the time he got overtaken by Wizard.
Lap 29 of 71. falling way so far. Thought we'd have 10 left. But yeah, no, not even halfway yet. Halfway is just after like 30, well 5.5, but you can't do that. So 36, we'll call it. So we're starting to see an order here, ish. So Jay Lawler's pulling away, but he is on the softs. We know that, and he has got a penalty. Big Balls Bowls is leading the way on the mediums. Yellow flagging to stadium. It's a hat. It's L. Wyatt who's had problems, and we'll go on board with Ragate. Oh, Ragate's been touched! Oh, he touched him. Oh, you can't reset to Jack either. And Muzzer, I'm sure, I don't know what, I can't remember what the penalty is for a reset track. Is it 20 seconds? I can't remember.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're just not allowed unless you're physically stuck. Let me do some research quickly, something.
Yeah, so I think what's happened there with Raggy is he come from a long way back, to be fair, in the braking zone. Maybe Big Balls Barry's is already committed to turning in, and so Raggy's front wing would have been there upon contact. The physics of the game just automatically spins that inside car round, so that'd be why Raggy is facing the wrong way. No stuck behind Muzzle.
Yeah, I just it'll take me a while to obviously find the specific ruling, because Coles has a lot of them. Like, a lot. You could write a book on it, actually. Steven's got DRS on Sadistic King B. He's not really gaining, but he's probably not got a lot of battery to use either. Is he going to tap it? And he's going to go to the right hand side. Is Steven going to make the move on Sadistic? Didn't quite get a good camera there. He's taken the inside well, but I think he just got a penalty for it, unless the position changed and it messed with my eyes. And Sadistic comes back through there. Nice.
Big Balls Barry's just had a bit of a moment on traction there. So Lawler up front, he's got nearly 8.5 second gap to the second position. Of course, Lawler is on them soft tyres, unless he's gonna, just do 2 more sets, 2 more stints on the softs. He will have to run mediums, so it'll be interesting to see if he's going to go all out on them softs, or he will have to do the mediums. And Big Balls Barry's, I'd imagine, just the medium soft, so he will have the advantage later on, possibly, if Lawler does go on the mediums. I know it sounds a bit confusing with all these pit stops and compounds and tyres going on, but as it plays out, it will walk with it.
Yeah, it is a bit of a bit complicated. Wizard is yeah, he's getting closer, isn't he? 4 attempts. Oh, behind Steven and Sadistic having another battle, and I think Steven's got ahead this time, and he has done. And can Sadistic King get a good exit from 3 to maybe mount a title push? It's not football. He's not quite at the top of the championship at the moment. So the championship, Stumpy, you were saying before we came on the commentary or started the stream, but Big Balls Bounce has an opportunity to gain on the top 2. Not, he's got to gain on Max first, but then Hobbsy. I mean, he was 28 behind. He's going to be, well, Max is getting no points, so he's going to be 10 behind Max now, and he's going to gain, what, another 12 points on Hobbsy with 3 Grand Prix to go. Is he able to mount a push? Maybe. Who knows? Be close.
All it does, like in the next race as well, Hobbsy and Max could have another stinker there. But Wizard, meanwhile, he's taking second position away from the man we're just talking about, Big Balls Balls, and Hoss Wizard on that soft compounded tyre is up into second position.
Oh, Raggy's had an incident. Yeah, Wizard's moves was absolutely quality, and Big Bad Balls tried to come back at him and brake late, but Raggy has had an incident and he's lost a lot of time. He wasn't 8.6 behind Muzzer the last time we checked, and he's really struggling now. And someone said to me, it's a penalty point, and the amount of time you have to calculate is the amount of time he saved. I mean, from a shooting point of view, don't quite think you're able to do that, but there we go. And Muzzer was right near it, so I'm sure he can. I mean, I clearly had it on stream. I don't want to go in and in and in. I'm going to leave it now, but you're not allowed to do that, and he knows that. He's been at COS a while.
Yeah, he's possibly done it before, if my memory serves. Could be wrong. But yeah, maybe Raggy has just gone for another move on Muzzer or something. They've had a bit of contact because he was right behind Muzzer at the time, I think. So, yeah, Mouse Lawson's just hovering around that 1 second behind Wizard now. So now he's lost that DRS. He's going to struggle to stay with him.
But there will be a turning point for the softs. However, I'll put my book point. They're not actually doing that bad. J Lawler's softs reporting 24, Wizards 21, the medium drivers 15 and 16. So it's not that far off, is it? It's only 6%.
Yeah, it's not that far off. What we'll find is that medium tyre will sort of stay at the lap time that they're doing, but for a longer period of time. Whereas Wizard Lawler, they will run out of tyre a lot sooner. So we're thinking 6 or 7 laps time, their lap times will start to drop quite significantly in comparison to the medium runners. Wizard isn't able to gain any time on Lawler at the moment, but he is pulling away from big barrel balls, and Muzzer is leading him here.
Yeah, puncturing half distance. It's been a good race. Mexico showing why it can be a good circuit. I like it. Not everyone does. I think he's got a bit of everything, mate. To be honest, he's got weather problems, as we've seen online. In many races I've done, it's rained. Penalty situation, if there is a late safety car, as we had on that 57 of 61 in Singapore, it can literally flip the grid. The grid will turn into penalties versus no penalties at the end of a race. And then I haven't seen many incidents, to be honest. It's been quite clean. A couple of areas where there's been a wheel-to-wheel and maybe a slight spin, but it's been relatively pretty clean, I'd say, for an average race. Don't forget, in 2 laps time, this would be the completion of a 50% race. So
Stroll's gone. He's gone to the pit lane. I think he's retired.
Yeah,
so
he had damage. Yeah.
Going to 16 runners.
Down to 16. Alfie AFL getting very close. We're going to go wheel to wheel into stadium. Alfie's got the inside line of 12. Does very nice to pull through there. And Alfie's ahead of AFL just into the points. We'll show penalties on screen. AFL's got 24 seconds of penalties. L. Wyatt has 38.
He's about to retire, I think. I just saw him straight line the S's. He's got wing damage, so yeah, it looks like he's about to pull into retire.
Yep, I think that's his race over. He's tried, but no cigar. Here comes AFL to come back on Alfie in a turn 1. And he has got it back. Alfie's going for a switcher. He's going to go for a double switch, maybe even a triple. No, not quite. Can't quite get the traction down. He will have another DRS part here, but AFL obviously will have the DRS as well because he was behind before they went into turn 1. So AFL stays. He's gone very deep in a turn 4, and Alfie's going to go for a proper switcheroo because AFL's gone wide again, and AFL's got the responsibility to watch out for the RP. And there you go, going wide at 4 and then into 5 has cost him a place. He's now back into P11 and outside of the points.
Yeah, that was some very good racing there. AFL
struggling, isn't it?
Not having the idea line through those S's. Yeah, he's struggling again. Has he got any damage at all? No,
I can check. Nope. No one has damage who is still in the race. Tyre percentages: softs at the front 32 and 30, mediums 20 and 21. So they're starting to separate now, aren't they? The softs are starting to deteriorate. I've noticed every time there's a few tracks that do it, but every time I hit 55 on Mexico, they're just awful. Like, I don't know if that's a common theme, but they just slip like anything through the S's. Honestly, it's unbearable.
I slipped through the S's anyway, with 100% or 0%. Where
Yeah,
it's
true.
Just, I dislike this track so much to race on. I can appreciate when people get it right, though. It does look very good, especially through those S's. And like you were saying before, the track has so many characteristics. Baseball stadium, that long, mammoth long straight, which we've got Muzza now trying to make a move on football's bows. That's just meant for some great overtaking. And I think we're going to see one here. He's lining up the move. He's got the DRS open into the braking zone. But does he get it done? They're going to go side by side through the chicane. Muzza's going to have that exit. And he's got that move done. And he will have the DRS as well.
He will have the DRS to cover him off. Down to turn 4. AFL is retired in the pit lane. That's probably because of his accumulation of some penalties. Only some. Only the 2024. Bless him. He tried. It is tricky. Been a tricky night for everyone. Even the people at the top. They're being tested and challenged. It is a penalty hungry circuit. We all know it. There's only 3 people on the grid that have not got a penalty at all. Should we see? Have a guess. Do you think Wizards had 1 warning yet? If you had to guess.
If I had to guess, I'd say I know what he's like, but at some point, especially with all that battling, surely he's picked up 1.
He's picked up 2.
2.
He's 1 off. VTEC's got 1 at the bottom. If it's a late safety car and VTEC isn't lapped, how incredible could that be? That's probably why he's staying in the race, probably, to hope. Still a long way to go, though. Oh, we got them 2 battling again. The camera angles make it look like when one car turns in and the other's already gone through, it just looks like they're going to hit.
Yeah.
Most of the time, wait, these 2 are good drivers, so probably not. But you see it happen, don't you?
Well, we saw it happen with Raggy before, didn't we? So, but yeah, those camera angles are very deceptive sometimes. Like when you're talking, you hear me go, a winch a bit. I'm usually watching something like that sort of camera angle, but big balls guys there having a bit of a moment in the S's.
Yeah, and Brewer got past Alfie in the top 10 into the top 10, trying to work his way back. Max is 13th, so the problem for Max is he gained 3 points in Monza on Hobbsy. Now he's not gaining any, and Big Bow's Bowls on the medium is currently gaining on Hobbsy, but not the 18 that he wanted, more like the 12. So he's got to get the strategy right, Big Bow's Bowls. Is it worth another set of medium to the end and hope there isn't a safety car? Is it a double soft to the end, or 1 more soft? We've all got to get it right. And if Big Bow's Bowls wants the result to the end that he would like, which I'm sure is a podium, he's got to get that right later on. Because his what is it left? 32 laps, 33 including this one, to go. Still got a long way to go, a good 45 minutes, and a lot can happen in that time.
Yeah, so...
That's Hobbsy getting his 12th penalty, by the way. That's not good for him, is it?
No. But these soft runners, especially the leading 3, they're going to have to start making up their mind what they're going to do, strategy-wise. Are they going to, stretch these out now for another couple of laps, stick some mediums on and go to the end? Or are they maybe going to pit now and get the most out of the softs? Do 2 more softs, so it's going to be interesting to see. I think it's going to be tight, but that medium does look like a solid race tire.
That is the question, isn't it? Blaze putting in my spot. I said if VTEC isn't lapped, he's already lapped. Oh, well, there you go. that cancels that point. I don't quite think he'll be unlapping himself, unfortunately. Mr. VTEC, but he's still cracking on. All it takes is 4 more to go. which can happen. We've seen how many he's gone. Six have gone. AFL, L. Wyatt, J. Wills, Jacko, Spud, and Ramos have all, not deceased, but it's probably not the right word, but gone.
Died on track.
Yeah, they've fluffed it. You'd be angry as a fan, wouldn't you, Stumpy, in Mexico? Just coming right, I don't know, go on board with Stephen, right? So you come round this next right-hand corner. So you've got a stand with a roof on it.
Yeah.
And then the next stand is just bare open. Like, it's just unfair if it rains.
Yeah, well,
Who designed
I've been to Silverstone a few times and there's a lot of them. You see some of them just don't have anything. And then the next grandstand's covered. It's just when it's like, it's middle of July, Silverstone, it should be 20 degrees, sun out. Sometimes it's 4 degrees and it's wet. And it's
it snowed today.
Yeah, oh god. So,
we're in April. What's going on there?
Yeah.
No, you are right. I haven't been to Silverstone. I really want to go. I'm hoping to go. Not this one, next one. But the tickets will be, high price, which is not a problem, but the demand is going to be excessive. Because I'm one of them, I don't want to sit in a stand that's not at the start, where all the pit lane, and, like club, or, like, I don't want to sit at Stowe. Why do I want to sit at Stowe? I want to see the start, I want to see the pit lane, I don't want to see corner number 15. Not everyone's like that, of course. But.
Yeah. Each to their own. I mean, I sat at Club Corner, which so you saw the back of the start-finish lane and everything, and you saw you opposite the podium.
Yeah.
Which is quite good, but then following a couple of years, sat at Stowe, and it was amazing.
Was it?
That many overtakes, yeah. It's the year that Vettel ran into Verstappen.
Was it? Did he clip the wall? He tried to get in the pit lane. Did he clip the wall? And I think they're pulling a wing out. They're pulling a wing out. Muzza clipped the wall as he went into the pits. And they're pulling a wing out. And Big Bar's balls actually struggled around the final corner. Was nowhere near the Ferrari, by the way. But he struggled a lot and nearly hit the left wall. And that's going to cost Muzza, what? Extra 6 seconds? But he didn't really want to lose.
At least he's not going around doing a full lap with some damage, so that would have cost him
he's come out in traffic, by the way. He's come right into this pack of Sadistic and Alfie, etc. Is he going to get out in front of him? He's going to have to force it. He knows he's going to have to force it. And he has forced it. Sadistic's going to try and come back on the inside. He's trying to go for a switcheroo, but Muzza's got the better tyre, and there you go. Got absolutely no slip, and now because of that, Alfie is trying to come back of a Mercedes into turn 4. He's got to be careful because there's a Ferrari in the way. He gets the inside move, and now Brewers may be looking to be opportunistic with, well, Stumpy's used that word a few times, but then slips and stays away. Muzza very lucky there to come out in front of that pack, but he still has lost more time, including that wind change.
Yeah, he has, and he needs to bolt now because Alfie will come back at him with DRS. Muzza doing all his ERS pretty much to stay ahead of this pack, which is kind of sensible in a way. He's got fresh tyres, they've got old tyres. He doesn't want to lose any more time after that wing change. So
Hobbs' chance to get into P5 on track and legit. The Brewers run out of battery, and that means for Red Bull he's going to fly past, and he's probably going to have DRS for the net zone as well, and Hobbs is into P5. Good for the Red Bull, he needed that. He's still on the hunt for his championship. 3 races to go after this: Silverstone, Zandvoort and Abu Dhabi. And you want to win the championship as early as you can, don't you, mathematically?
Yeah, absolutely.
To be the first endurance champion.
Yeah. You're not going to say no. If someone offers it you at Silverstone or at Zandvoort, you're not going to say no thanks. I'll wait till the final round to win it.
Never.
Absolutely not. You take your chances because you never know what's going to happen in that next race.
It'd be nice to win it at Silverstone. I don't think it's mathematically possible because you can get 2 points for quali, 2 points for fastest lap, 2 points for driver of the day. That's 6. And then, what else was that? Fastest lap, driver day, quali pole, and a win. So you get 31 points. So you need to be 62 clear to mathematically win the championship. So it's probably not going to happen at Silverstone. But Max is out of the points. White is out of the points. And at the moment, Big Bowles is getting a podium. So if Hobbsy was to get something mega in Silverstone, something as if he started the season like he did, because Hobbsy started the season emphatically, then you never know. He could win it in Silverstone. We'd have to do the maths. I'd get someone else to do the maths. I'd get Alp or Wizard to do it. They're better than me at the maths. And I need to do a full statistic check, because I feel a couple of points are not quite right. So I just want to check it for everyone's sanity and my own. But everything is right. And we'll do that after we finish the Mexico race. We're cracking on lap by lap, everybody. Thank you for joining, by the way. Highest viewers we've had for the season. It's very much appreciated. From Stumpy too. Oh, car off. Is that pink?
Yeah, it looks to be. The Alfie.
With damage as well.
So let's elevate C-Max up to 11th. You might not leave Mexico empty-handed, but just a note about these soft tyres. These soft tyre runners are extending. They've done nearly 20 laps. So,
You did say they could do up to 20.
yeah,
Shall I check the percentages for you, Stumpy?
yeah,
because I'm nice.
yeah.
Top two, these are the highest, 59 and 56. And the mediums are 38 and 38. We got a safety car! And Alfie is off in the stadium section.
Oh no, and that's gonna. I think that's gonna be all right for the McLarens, because Wizard is 9
They've got the
seconds.
gap.
He should be okay.
But what?
And even if he isn't, drop
Mediums to the end?
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Why not?
I mean, but Alfie knows the rules. I'm sure he hasn't done it on purpose. But it's a very weird place to go, that. Because he was really far... When he made the right turn of 12, he was already quite far down. Wizard's trying to slow down to avoid the delay. We'll go on board with Wizard to see what that delay is. J-Lord's gone for a fresh set of softs.
Yeah.
Interesting. Big Balls has gone for another... Okay, soft, yeah. Ragge's gone for... What's that? That's a red compound as well. I don't think the softs will get you to the... 60% after 19 laps. This is going to be 24 laps, 25 laps with 2 or 3 on the safety car. Oh, I mean, yeah. Also, It's going to be close, isn't it? It's going to be pushing the 70s. We saw Fruitful in EU1 get a punch on 72 on the hards. So if he can do that on the hards, very unlucky by the way, Fruitful, and he knows. What is it going to be on the softs? I mean, he's going to do 3 laps maybe, Stumpy, so it might save him a little bit,
Possibly. So, we've got 25 laps as it stands, 25, 26. Take away the 3 laps, it's still.
It's a lot, isn't it?
They're going to be quite slow at the end, but the thing is, everybody's doing the same, so they're all going to be in the same boat. And by the time they're in that boat, the guys that are on these medium tyres will possibly be too far away to take advantage, or have too many cars to pass. So,
what was that first safety car? Let's have a look on the full safety car was on 15. So the first safety car lasted 7 minutes and 43 seconds. That's crazy. Did 4 laps. This safety car is probably going to do 3 laps. Maybe the Mercedes can catch up with Max. VTEC is lapped. Where does it put him in the queue? It's put him behind a Ferrari. And I'm guessing Mozza, because he's the only one left. So, unfortunate for VTEC. He's not going to be able to unlap himself. He's also going to have to get out of the way of everybody. If you see a few paused cars, it is allowed in endurance on a safety car, but not for very long. So it's to restart your streams, get a drink. For all the people that said that endurance isn't hard, I actually beg you to try and do one of these races without complaining of tiredness or cramp or anything, because they are actually quite hard, especially if you're on wheel and pedals. The amount of inputs you put. I remember in Monza, Stumpy, we asked him I think I asked him the interview, or the race before, I think it was Monza, which doesn't actually have that many gear shifts, by the way. I think he did, what was it, 7? I think it was 7 or 17. I think it was 7,000 gear shifts.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And that also puts into perspective how much stuff goes through the real live cars on tracks like Singapore, where it's probably double, or Monaco. How much? Oh, Monaco has got to be pushing 10,000-15,000 gear movements, especially with Singapore. It's crazy.
Yeah. Imagine how it felt like for the drivers back in the day, the Ayrton Sennas having to do it with a manual gearbox.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
Muzzer's done something very interesting. I think you've noticed. We haven't said it yet, but he's got meetings on, but they're already on 10,987%, working front, left, right, rear, left, right. 10,987. That's very symmetrical. But he's gonna go to the end. There's no doubt about that. And will it pay off? I don't know. Vermoo has got better mediums on. They're 6 and 5%. So he's going to take them to the end. And Sadistic. Oh, sorry, I was reading that wrong. Vermoo's are 2% and Sadistic's are 6 and 5. So is Vermoo in a good spot to end this Grand Prix? It's a fight to the end now, isn't it? If the soft tyres believe they can go to the end, everyone is going to the end. It's a full fight now, not including VTEC, unfortunately. I wish we were, but he is a lap behind. It's a full-on sprint now. It's like an F2 sprint to the finish line when this safety car comes in.
And the thing that Mazda have to worry about, obviously the guys in front, I think they're pretty much going to bolt from Mazda. Mazda has obviously behind him on soft tyres, fresh soft tyres, so it's probably wise to just let that one go, and possibly the race might come to him a little bit later and try and stay ahead of the move, so that's what he needs to focus on. But we're going to have the Renault drivers of Brewer, White and C-Max coming through the field as well, so a lot to look out for.
Safety car lights are off. Jay Lawler's going to lead the second safety car restart as he led the first. 6 seconds for him, 3 seconds for Balls. Wizard 0, 15 for Waggy and Hobbsy. Waggy reset the track before, so we got to get a penalty for that. Excuse me, that was worse timing to cough. Muzzer, Vermoo, Stevens 6, Brewer 9, Sadistic's clean. White and Max 12 and VTEC's clean, but a lap behind. Here we go then. We got a 23 lap race sprint to finish off the Mexican Grand Prix, and we're underway. Waggy got a good start but had to slow down before the line. Wizard got away well. He's right on the back of a Red Bull, and here we burn half of a battery already down to turn 1. Jay Lawler's slowing down, but he should retain the lead of the Grand Prix. Then comes Big Bow's Balls. Then comes Wizard, give me a good camera. Then comes Raggy, Muzzer and Hobbsy. They haven't changed. Vermoo stayed behind the Red Bull. Stephen and Brewer and Sadistic. It's pretty much stayed the same, I think, Stumpy.
Yeah, so far I was just thinking then, and that's Hobbsy making a move on Muzzer. Muzzer's
nice.
It's amazing, but he's let it go. He did make it difficult, but Hobbsy was always going to win that with the superior grip advantage that he has. So Hobbsy, he's going to try and keep up with these 4 guys in front of him.
It was, wasn't it? It was just that extra grip. Very good move there. Thought we were going to collide in the turn 4, but very well, very well. So Big Bow's Balls sticking as close to Jay Lawler as possible. DRS will start lap 51 and it will come into play for the second zone down to turn 4 on that lap. Rage is trying to keep as close as possible. He's got a lot of work to do in these 22 laps now. Muzza trying to stay within that second, and Hobbsy for the DRS. White's got a good exit on that superior grip, as Stumpy just mentioned, but he's falling behind. He's not willing to burn that battery, is he?
DRS is important around here as well, but with Stephen and the two Renaults and Vermeer had quite an interesting stadium section, so I think Brewer was ahead of White, but White is not ahead, and I think he's going to get ahead of Vermeer here now. If he can just pull out at the last minute, which he does, he's going to send it there, but no. Vermeer's kept that quite well as he brings in the room. And then there's another Renault on the inside. It's and the Renaults, they make contact.
Oh, that looks harsh.
Yeah, but the Haas has stayed ahead.
Oh! The Renaults have collided. Big time. And White has probably got a 10-second penalty for that. He just skipped half a track. Yeah, he did. I think it didn't come up because I'm the host. I don't know if it comes up for you. I think he's on 27 now. It probably won't come up for us because I'm the host. Had some connection problems last week, so we had to put me as the host. But yeah, I don't know what happened there. Ragate is going wheel to wheel with a McLaren of Wizard in a turn 1, and Ragate has that move done. But Wizard will be well aware of the penalty situation ahead. Brewer has retired in the pit lane, and I know the Renaults get on. Like, they're good teammates. They're high up in the constructors. They're third or second. Like, why has that happened? I don't know. Honestly, I could not tell anyone in the stream why that has happened, because they've done so well this season. Two people that don't normally race that competitively has done. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Didn't really get a good view either, to be honest. But yeah, maybe Stumpy did.
No, not too much, to be fair. I know there's may have been some contact before. I was going to say it did look a bit suspect, but things happen, I don't know if White's on the wheel or something, that his wheel could have cut off or something, I don't know. So I'll reserve my judgment. But yeah, that's unfortunate for Brewer, either way.
It is indeed. We start lap 52 of 71. Nothing short of action in endurance, people. Nothing short of action. Don't worry about that. 20 laps. And it's close between the front two, isn't it? And this is what we wanted. We're on the same penalty situation. Wizard, of course, is winning at the moment. He's leading at 1.8. He'd need to keep it under 6, going wide for Williams of Rage. Comes back on. Just fine.
Rage's got 15 seconds of penalties, and I can see why. He's very aggressive. They say when he's just gone wide there, he committed to going wide early. It just floored the throttle, so I can see why he's getting a lot of penalties. Two guys ahead of him at 6 each, but Rage on track is looking very feisty to fight for that victory on track.
He is. Very. And,
he sent it in the stadium. And that's up into P2 on track past Big Balls Barry's. He probably wasn't expecting a move there.
I wasn't.
Usually, if you're a bit behind, directly behind, you don't expect the car to just sling one down the inside. Barry's done it. But Big Balls Barry's going to come back at him.
No battery.
Not on this occasion.
It would have been good, wouldn't it, to see Big Balls come back there. That would have been very interesting. But unfortunately, no can do. J Law's slipping in his McLaren. Rage got an insane exit. Not going to be enough down to turn 4. It's not the longest run, that one. Down to turn 4. Very close. You very closely approach those marker boards. And yeah, so I think Rage will get past J Lawler at some point. But he's got 15 seconds of pens. Plus the reset to track. Max and Vermoo. Oh, go on the boys. He got past.
White's got 30 seconds, but Yeah, Rage picked up a penalty in that lap alone. An extra one, so he's on 18 seconds. So if he gets past Lawler, he has to get 12 seconds minimum, plus, like you said, is reset the track before he can start thinking about celebrating the victory. All order with the amount of laps we have to go, but Rage is very quick, so we'll see what happens. Daniel breaking that toe, he's moved once, he's moved twice.
He can't move again.
And
there you go. Absolutely right. Rage is in the lead of this race, but I know Jay Lawler listens to the streams and he'll know that he's got an extra penalty on top of what he's already had coming. So he'll know that, and he's just got to be careful. We'll put the leader gap on for a second so you can see what the overall picture is, and we'll put the penalty on too. There you go. So Rage, 18 seconds of penalty now. I think it was 15 the last time we checked. The two behind him, 6. 1.2 McLaren to Red Bull. Wizard 2.6 behind leader. That doesn't matter. He's comparing to Jake at the moment. Gap's 2 seconds. Wizard needs to keep that below 6 to win this Grand Prix. It's very simple for Wizard. He's been on 2 warnings since about lap 30. Yellow flag, Renault car, and it's white. Unfortunate for him.
Can't see any damage though, so we'll be able to carry on if his tyres allow it, but probably they're overheated. He's got Sadistic right behind him now. He's for 9th and 10th positions.
Wizard and Big Bows Balls's tyres are exactly the same. Jay Lawler's is 2% extra worn on each. It's probably not going to make much of a difference, but if you want the stats, there you go. Muzzer is 25% on the mediums and Vamu 16%. So we'll see. Max and Vamu, the two cars on different compounded tyre, having a scrap here. Max is ahead. Excuse me, hiccup into P6 there in the Mercedes. And he's going to have... Why am I getting hiccups? Excuse me. He's going to have a lot of... he's got, what, 16 laps to gain 9 seconds to Hobbsy. That's a pretty big ask. Pretty big ask.
Especially with Hobbsy's pace. And so Max, as you say, 9 seconds behind. He's cleared Muzzer now and Vamu. They were on the medium, the slower compound of tyre. So all the cars in the top 6 now on that soft tyre. So 6th, probably the best that Max could hope for in a normal race from now on. But
after what happened early on.
Yeah, anything else I think he'll be relatively happy with after his first stint in the race. So.
It's quite crazy that obviously I don't know. Well, I know most people in this. I don't know Max. I know Hobbsy. But obviously, championship fight is what we would have liked. If Max didn't have that spin early on, which probably cost him about 20 seconds, that's no lie, where would he have been? Because he would have gained even more on Hobbsy. Whoa! Well, that is a driver kicked out of the league. And that's sad to see. Sad to see. A guy I trusted, a guy who has won a race this season, a guy who had no points after 2 races and worked his way to 3rd in the championship, has just cleaned out a driver. And actually, I'm going to do the honours of removing him now.
Sad to say, we won't know what Muzzer could have done on that medium tyre if the soft tyres did degrade at the end, but this is going to promote VTEC into the points. So he has stuck around. VTEC is a lap down. It's the one, I think, after that safety car. But he will gain some points for sticking around and not giving up, and that's what it's all about, especially in 100% races, because a lot can happen. So meanwhile up front, it's Wizard and Big Balball still battling.
Yeah, I don't run cars, but I do run endurance, and that is infuriating. I am not going to lie, because Muzzer is a good lad. He's filled in for a driver that couldn't make it on 2-minute notice. He's on 56 laps and has that.
Yeah, especially so far into the race, it's not very fair. But yeah.
Well, Muzza can probably take that seat now. That's probably the only good news.
Silver linings.
Oh, he's gone. Bad. Gone. Already done it. And that is disappointing. Like I said, he was... he worked his way from last in the championship after 3 weeks to third in the championship. And does that. No sympathy, I'm afraid. Sorry, White. No, I'm not sorry, actually. You should be sorry to me. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's done, unfortunately. And it's put a bad moment on a good night so far. But you know, I will drink my Fanta. We will see if Wizard can win the race. That'd be good. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Or Jay Lawler, my best friend. That'd be a good ending. And we'll take a championship with Hobbsy and White and Big Bars Bowls on to Silverstone next week.
Yeah. So Lawler has picked up a further penalty, should I say, so he's on 9 seconds. So Wizard is looking honestly good, I think. 5 seconds, 5.5 behind the leader.
Is that Wizard? Yeah, he's... I don't know what...
Stephen's been round. I'm not sure who he was battling with, and he's disqualified from the session. Too many penalties for Stephen.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Stephen. He's had a good season as well. Where is he on my championship? Stephen he's 7th. That's not bad. We've had like 26 drivers have points put onto the championship. So, and you've done so much as well. 58 laps, 59 laps even. So VTech stayed in, by the way, a lap down, and he's going to get 2 points from it. That's class.
At least.
At least, yeah.
Yeah. We managed to get to go 13. Leading the one they're on, I think. Highest medium runner is the no. What is behind the leader? He's 25 behind the leader, so even if it's not going to gain too much from being on that medium tyre, is he?
No, it hasn't. There may be an area of where they become quicker, but we did see the softs can go to the end. They're halfway to the end, and their percentage is 29 for first, 32 for second. So 32 times 2, 64, plus a little bit for the extra wear and downforce that you need to compensate for it. So they're looking good. The soft runners looked like the best decision. I remember doing 14 laps on Russia on softs when a safety car came out, and I somehow won the race against people who were so much more quicker than me. And from that day I was like, if you can look after tyres, you can do the impossible. You just need a bit of luck that the game doesn't give you a puncher after 70. I'm not gonna lie, I hit 80 plus, but you just need a bit of luck, don't you?
Yeah,
a little bit. It's totally random. 34, 72 on my heart. It's just random. It's mean also.
Yeah. I remember the first race I won for Contest of Speed. It was a Singapore race. Everyone qualified on mediums. I qualified on softs. Safety car lap 2. In for hard tyres, and just went to the end, and they didn't punch you, you know. I think they were like on 78, 80% or something. So
drop me a lid.
KV's one, he's good for making his tyres last. And,
the Sergio Perez of Cos.
Yeah, he's really good at doing it. So
I remember in EU1 in Japan a few weeks ago, Alp had a moment on turn 1. Took a car out with him, pitted for hards, took him all the way to the end, 83-84%, and won the race in EU1. Yeah. We know how fast that pace is, so yeah, I mean, I've seen some crazy things. I haven't seen a car take another one out in a very long time. I don't want to see it again. It pains me, especially when I'm the man behind the endurance. It does pain me, because then I don't trust people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just lowers the trust level.
You know, it does happen from time to time, doesn't it? Very rare.
Well, it's so far into the season, and they've behaved immaculately. 95%. It's just, yeah. No comment. There's not much I can do. To be honest, I can't control people.
Well, you've done all you can do.
He has
You've
been banned.
acted on it, so there we go.
Yeah, Ricciardo runs the league. I hope he doesn't get all this. I say all this. It's not all this. It's just one individual. Can't ruin the fun though. How's Wizard doing here? Wizard 8.3. Ah, yeah, but it's not the gap to leader we're looking at, is it? It's the gap to Jay Lawler. Raggy won't win this race. I tell you right now. If you just join the stream, I've just seen the viewers go up again. Raggy won't win this race. He's got 18 seconds of penalties, and he's got a reset to track penalty coming. It's literally a fight between Jay Lawler, Big Bow's Balls, and Wizard. I'm sure all three of them will get on the podium. I'm certain, because obviously he's got 15. But Big Bow's Balls has now entered the DRS of Jake. Well, did. Now he's just gone out. And Wizard needs, what does he need? 6 seconds. He needs to stay... Jay Lawler's got 9 now. So Wizard just needs to stay within 6 of Big Bow's Balls. He's only 1.1 behind. Wizard is on for a Grand Prix win. If he doesn't bottle it.
Like you say, he's, what, been on 2-1 since lap 30, was it? I think you said?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Can I click someone's name in the tabs? I probably can't. Oh no. Can I scroll back to lap 30? No. Oh wait, yeah I can actually. Here we go. Let's have a quick look here. You gotta try and find Wizard's name. Which is... There's a lot of things that happen every single lap, everybody. And it's not always on there. Well, it is on there, it's just you try and flick through it, and you flick past it. Okay, I might have seen something on 28. Might have been 28. Might have been. Who knows? It was before 30, I'm pretty sure. That is a pretty long distance. That's actually a 50% race, without a warning, after that.
Yeah. I experienced it as 50% races with no warnings, so... just got to try and do that extra little percentage to continue that, but I mean, even if he gets one penalty, he's still looking pretty, isn't he?
Absolutely. Yeah, I bought that 2 litre bottle of Fanta. I've probably drunk like 0.1 litre of it, even though I keep dipping into it every now and again. I can't like gulp it, I can only have like just one little sip. I don't know why. It don't really hurt my throat, right, but it's not nice. I don't know. Don't know if I'm just weird or... don't know. But what else is going to keep me awake? I don't like Red Bull. Red Bull is awful. I like the car. I like the F1 team. But the drink is absolutely awful. Ugh. We can dip to these conversations, Stumpy, because the lowest gap at the moment is a 1.1. And we can kind of see what's unfolding in front of us. It's been a hectic race. Now it's all coming to a nice, calm end.
Yeah, it is 9 people on the field.
Peter game points. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Muzzles should be in that list as well, by the way. But yeah.
I mean, like for VTech, it's just it's going to be a nice little reward for him, isn't it? He hasn't given up.
100%.
The thing is, the thing that's killed him really is just getting that lap down, isn't it? Otherwise, he'd be on the lead lap. Possibly could be a little bit higher, but obviously we'll never know. But he will be getting points for his travels today, and it's not over yet. We've still got a few laps. We might possibly get some late dramatics, especially with the tyre wear that's going on. So we might get a bit more yet.
So if you just joined, Wizard, the penalty situation is Raggy's not going to win this race. He's got about 18 seconds and he's got a reset to track penalty coming. J Lol and Big Balls Powers. J Lol's on 9, Big Balls Powers is on 6. So Big Balls Balls, as it stands, now in DRS going to overtake the McLaren. And the McLaren's teammate Wizard has no penalties and he only has to stay within 6 seconds of Big Bow's balls and 9 seconds of Jay Lawler, of which he is 3.3, to win the Grand Prix on his second race in endurance. So can he bring it home? He's done 64 laps. Can he do a final 7? Well, we'll find out in the next 10 minutes, I guess.
I'm not sure if he's made a mistake, but he was like just 1.1 behind third place, isn't he? But it's now 2.6, or if he's just driving extra cautiously not to pick up that extra warning.
That's it. He can't pick up that other warning. I mean, he can. I wouldn't. That means he could get a little bit aggressive in the end and get 2 more warnings, but you don't want to do that, do you? You'd rather just stay clean, get no warnings, drive at a good pace. Because don't forget, the other 2 will be driving steadily, because Jay Lawler can only see what? He can see down to 5th. So yeah, probably won't affect him, to be honest, but you get my gist. The lower the penalties, the better.
I mean, the problem for Wizard, I mean, if he goes too cautious, he's going to lose too much time, so you may as well just get that penalty. And then you've got another 2 warnings to play with between now and the end of the race.
Yeah.
So you'd be able to go a bit faster. But again, you know, he's on that cusp. He's nearly 3 seconds behind third place now. So if he got that penalty, that would be that gap that he needs.
Absolutely.
So, you know, bit of conundrum. He needs. It was up to 3 seconds a minute ago, but it's now down to 2.7. So
yeah,
let's hope we start to get whatever the problem was under control.
Tell you where we'll be at the slipping stage. 47. We got a reaction.
Wizard's got that penalty.
Oh, he has. And 52. Yeah, 52% for Max Stumpy. That's not good, is it?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Wizard was on for a win. He's still on for a win, but he has to get 3 seconds within Big Ball's bows. He's currently 3.3. They both have no battery. Is Big Ball Bow's going to go wheel to wheel with McCown in front? No, stays behind. Is this going to delay him and bring Wizard in, though? That's the question. He's getting DRS. Yeah, it's fine, but he's still matching the pace of the car in front because he can't get past. And wheel-to-wheel action is just going to bring Wizard in even more. Is Big Bob going to go for on the inside of 4? No, he isn't. Now we've got some racing at the end of this race.
Yeah. And also, with these 2 battling, the opportunity of being pushed wide or something could give the rivals an extra penalty, an extra warning. So we'll see how this is going to shape up. Tyre wear is going to be a big thing at this stage of the race. Some managing better than others at this current moment. It looks like Wizard is struggling. Also, it looks like Lawler's struggling a bit, which is playing into the hands of third place.
Am I still allowed to give Musa a point? No. I wish I could. I don't think it's in the rules. I wish I could. I really do. That's the least he deserves. The least Wizard deserves was to not get that penalty and win the race. But he got that penalty, and now he's in trouble. But he may be saved if these 2 go wheel to wheel. They're both on literally 0. Big Bow's balls to the right-hand side, and they're going to go wheel to wheel into turn 1. And Jay Lawler keeps ahead for now, and this is exactly what Wizard wants. The 2 cars to fight, it brings him closer, but he needs more, Wizard. He needs another half a second.
Wizard is definitely struggling on these tyres by the looks.
They all are. They've all hit 55, and I said 55. Not on every track, but this track, they slip like, I don't know, insert swear word. They slip very badly. I was going to say like a, yeah, but you know what I was going to say. You know what their society is. 3.6. Oh, radio, yeah, literally. And 3 laps to go when they cross the line. The gap. Listen, I'll put it into English, pure English, that you could explain to someone in your family. The gap that Wizard needs to win the race is the gap between this Red Bull and that McLaren. That's the margins we're discussing here.
Yeah.
And the problem for Wizard is, although Big Miles Balls isn't getting ahead of Jake, he is gaining with that DRS, isn't he? Just a little bit more than Wizard.
Yeah, he's pulling him along down that straight.
Because now you're comparing the pace between the two McLarens, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, like, as much as he's losing, he's gaining with that DRS, so, and Wizard isn't able to close that gap. So, you know, he lost out of that DRS and he's just gradually gone backwards with a bit of tyre wear to throw into good next. So, I mean, the gap's still hovering about 3.6, 3.7.
Oh, J-Lo got another pen! He's on 12!
Yeah.
And that means Wizard... Oh, contact between the two! It's going to slow them both down as well! I don't think he got damage. I hope not. And he's gone wide into the stadium. He got a pen. Correct! The Red Bull of Big Balls Bowles got a pen for that. A 3 second. Did he go wide? Oh, yeah, he went over the curb. But he could probably get that taken off. I don't know. Oh, it's tricky. And now Wizard is within the threshold to win the Grand Prix here.
Yeah, he's back in that 3 second window. 2.9, so regardless of that extra penalty, it doesn't matter now. He just needs to keep within that for this lap and one more lap.
Wow. Wow. And the thing is, what the question that's going to be asked, was that a legit overtake attempt? Was enough room left? Or did he cut the corner being too aggressive? That is the question that's going to have to be asked. But it won't be asked if Wizard wins by more than 3 seconds. Only 2.5. Did Big Bar Balls get damage? Doesn't say he did. So I agree with Tass. He probably didn't. Oh, wow. I mean, it isn't over yet, by the way. It's not over yet. Look at Ragay. Ragay with 18 is going to finish 4. Well, no, he's probably going to finish higher. He's probably going to finish, like, first? He's going to finish first, isn't he? Oh, no, second or third. And he's got a reset to track penalty to come. So I probably won't even invite him to the interview. Or I might do. I don't know. I haven't made that decision yet. I asked what a penalty or reset to track is. Someone gives 20, someone gives 30. And then someone said, you got to work it out how much time he's lost. Which is just... I don't know, it's like telling a baby to draw a koala in paint. It's not going to happen, is it? So I don't know. That was a really bad analogy, by the way.
That's great.
I just like koalas. I just like koalas. Anyway, final lap. It's been a long night. It's been a long night. I need another drink before we end. Been a good race though, apart from that awful moment.
Yeah. But, never mind about that. Let's have a look at that gap between third and fourth. 2.9.
Well, he has to go to 6.
Yeah.
He's got it. He's absolutely got it. He's absolutely bossed it, Mr. Wizard. That penalty scared him. Ragay's going to cross the line in a second, on track to win the race, but it's not going to be him. It's going to be this man. He got second in his first race for Flair Show. Now the McLaren driver of Wizard. He's going to come round the final corner. Well done to J. Law and Big Bad Balls on a great podium, by the way. Great race between a pair of them. But this man is going to cross the line and win the Mexico Grand Prix. Yes! Mr. Wizard, take a bow. Take a bow. The two McLarens. Great number of points. Well, J. Lawlers will go to his and not McLaren's because he's reserving for Bruce. But Big Bar's Balls as well. 15 points for him, 10 for Hobbsy. And Big Bar's Balls will gain another 5 in the championship. And of course, Whitey's not in it anymore. So he's going to have Silverstone, Netherlands, and Abu Dhabi to try and make a comeback. Let's give a shout out to Vermoo and Max, who fought his way back, as well as his teammate who started, who had a pretty bad start, and VTech, who was a lap behind Stumpy, digs in an hour and 40 minutes later to get his couple of points there.
Yeah. And Vermoo did jump C-Max over the line on penalties, so C-Max losing points in terms of the championship. And, driver of the day, the game gives it to Raggy.
There's your podium. And what time is it? 11:30. Go on then, we'll do interviews. Screw it. Try and keep it short and sweet. I mean, I might as well invite all the top 4, I guess. And just let's get Jay Lawler in. Jay Lawler, Big Bars Balls. It says Jay Lawler's already joined the party. Have you already sent invites? No? I don't know. I can't send him again because it says he's in the party. I'll text him. Big Bars Balls. Oh, he's in the party as well. What? Who's in this party? Who's in this party? Wait, he says Wizards in as well. Are you teasing me, Stumpy? What? Why is it? Okay, well, I'm just going to tag him. Party is open if you want to come for interview. Someone invited you beforehand. Well, yeah, I bet. I'll invite Raggy just in case he isn't on the list. People may come, people may not. If not, we can end and look forward to Silverstone. Or look forward to the stewarding first, actually. There we go. I love the way the cutscene. No, I didn't get a picture of the standings. I was too late inviting people. Good job we have Tass. Oh my god. Oh my god. I would have just been sacked. I am so happy Wizards set up Tass. Oh my lord. I know Hobbsy normally gets them anyway, but... Oh my god. Wait, is the race over? Alright, it's over. I can get the results. Oh. Okay, I had a mini heart attack. I'm not going to lie. I thought we didn't get the standings. Oh dear. Oh no. It's okay. It's okay. We'll live. We'll live. Oh, I just need to see who's in the pie. Let me head to the showroom real quick. There we go. There we go. Put the McLaren on. Put the McLaren on. Right, who's in the party then? Okay, Big Baz Balls is in the party. Raggy, your voice is on mute or not shared. I can't do anything about that, I don't think. Alright, Big Baz Balls. You're the only one that can speak,
Hello.
I think. How are you doing?
Yeah, not so bad. Tired. That was a very extremely hard race. So much concentration that track.
That was really hard and long, like all of it, wasn't
Yeah.
it? 1 hour 43 minutes. I have got some good news for you though.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Raggy did reset the track at a point in the race, so that means you're going to bump up one. So it's going to be a P2. Can you sum up your performance and how tricky the conditions were?
The first quarter of the race in that rain was so hard. Myself and Jay Lawler had great pace and we just sort of bolted from the rest of the pack. And then safety car came out and undone all our hard work. And it was hard work, believe me. It's their messes. They just catch you out so many times with a little squiggle on, and you pick up a warning so easily through there, don't you?
100%. We saw a lot of penalties. We saw a driver get disqualified because he had more than 30.
Wow, that's good going.
So you
takes some effort.
Yeah, it was good, but in the wrong way. You opted for
Yeah.
mediums after the rain, didn't you? What made you
Yeah.
make that decision? Because more than half a grid went for softs.
Yeah, when I've done Mexico in the past, I've always just found the softs not to be as quick as the mediums, really. The last sort of maybe 10 laps, and then it just seems to go away from the softs, and then the mediums come in. I feel that I should have gone on the medium the second time around as well, and I'd have probably been better off at the end of the race and I'd have caught up a lot more time. But yeah, my tyres seem to be better than the guys in front, but Lawler managed to stay ahead of me, and that's what helped Raggy to the win. And yeah, it also helped Wizard overtake me on penalties.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
it's a
you?
hard race.
Yeah, it's hard for us. Don't worry about that. Stumpy, do you have any questions for our technical second place Big Mouse Balls?
So, just mainly on the championship front, do you think you can mount a challenge on C-Max and Hobbsy going into the final rounds?
I think the circuits are quite nice. I like Silverstone, so I'm quite looking forward to that one next week. Yeah, if they can have a little bit. I know Max had a bad day today, but Hobbs has still picked up some good points, which is good for our Red Bull team. But yeah, I think I've just got to stay as consistent as I've been. I mean, I think that's 4 podiums in a row now. So if I can carry this sort of form on, then yeah, I can't see why not.
It's incredible form. Well done on a very
Thank you.
tough race, and we'll see you in Silverstone in a week's time.
Yeah, that's if I wake up after this one. Thanks
You,
very much,
you better wake up. No, thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
See you, lads. Thank you.
Jay Lawler, are you here? No. Wizard, are you here?
Yep.
I didn't know what the introduction was going to be. What a race, Wizard. What a race at the end as well. So listen, my understanding is you may have some ulcers on your hand or whatever, or blisters. my understanding is it was hard at the start, and then you had to push at the end because you had a chance of winning the race. And because of Rage's incident, which we'll discuss in a second, you have won the race.
Have I?
He's going to get a reset to track penalty. You've won the race.
Yeah.
He didn't know. He didn't know. I said he might have a stream on and he didn't know.
Oh no, I didn't know. I had to push to try and stay within bowls, but then he got a penalty, so I felt a bit silly getting mine. Yeah. Oh, there you go. I mean, I thought I was gonna have to be sneaky and dob Raggy in for driving alongside me under the safety car.
No need.
No need. You've won. Come on then. Some of that race. It was an hour 43 minutes. Very long. There was about 13 minutes under the safety car. Cars. How was it? The whole event.
Well, I actually got a really good start, and then I braked a bit conservatively at turn 1, and then got bullied by both Renaults, which dropped me back down to 6th or 7th, I think. But then I was just sort of looking after my tyres and got past Spud because Spud was struggling, and then got straight past. I think it was Brewer in the Renault, because he struggled through the S's, so I got him into the stadium. And then both times really I got a bit set back by the fact that I was too close to my teammate, so obviously I had to do an extra lap the first time round to come on to inters, and then when it came on to changing onto softs and everything, then I had to lose a place to Bowles under the safety car, and then I was just sort of following them, and then obviously Raggy with his second lap advantage on everyone was just running away with it. I wasn't even paying attention to where he was, to be fair.
How was? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, that was it really. And then I got a penalty pushing, trying to keep up.
Yeah, we loved it honestly, because there was a point, wasn't there, Stumpy, about 57. We were like, right, we just have that massive incident. You haven't seen what happened, Wizard. I'll explain to you when we end the stream. And then we were like, no, oh no. And then it just calmed. Like minimum gap was 1.5, and then all of a sudden we're like, Wizard can win this. and we kept on track with you. And then you got a penalty. At the time, the two in front of you didn't get theirs. And we were like, no, he's bottled it. It's over.
I know,
and then they both go
off. Yeah, and then I pushed a bit harder and got another warning. I went very un-Wizard for the last few laps.
Because something reminded me, you only had you had 2 warnings by lap 28 or something, and you had no
and they were
warnings.
Both really cheap warnings.
Yeah.
Well. I wasn't even pushing. I was just driving around, and then the car just sort of slid both times over one of the curbs, and I was like, oh, for God's sake.
Stumpy, have you got a
Absolute
question for Master Wizard?
It's just congratulations more than anything. I mean, like, especially. I know you did get a penalty at the end, obviously trying to keep that gap down, but you know that around Mexico on 2 warnings for such a long time.
Oh yeah, no, that was part of the reason I fell back a bit as well. I was sort of driving within myself because I was on those 2 warnings for so long. I think it was late 20s. I got the second warning. I was like, no, got to keep within myself here. And then I got one, and then I was like, right, I've got to push now.
Well, I mean, what a night! That's a football song. I wish I was singing at the stadiums. Oh, what a night! And now I can include watching Wizard on a Saturday night. He crashes on Friday because he's beeping beep.
Yeah, I think that was it. I managed to not crash on the Friday, put me in a good position, and then I messed it up at the start.
It's all good. And yeah, I mean, 25 points from McLaren team. I mean, come on. What a start to ED!
And for His Royal Highness.
Silverstone Wizard, how are we feeling about that circuit?
Well, qualifying is my birthday. So...
will you be doing it? Or will you be starting?
Oh, yeah. I'll be at Titch's. I'll be doing it. I'll be at home.
Okay.
With the family, so I'll be on Titch's PlayStation.
Fair enough. You'll be here on your birthday.
My 30th birthday, I'll be officially old next Friday.
Maybe I can help you with some nice weather. Maybe.
Hopefully. I do like Silverstone. Silverstone's one of my favourite tracks, so hopefully. That's where I got my first cos podium after about 80 goes.
Oh my god.
At Silverstone. Yeah, for a long time I was Cos Hulkenberg.
Cos Hulkenberg. God's sake. I
had about 5 fourth places and no podiums.
Well, you got to. Is this your first cos win?
It is my first cos win if we don't count the Hungary incident the other week.
We've made history.
Oh.
He's happy now.
I don't even know what to do.
Are you waking?
I am.
Do you use wheel or
shattered.
pad?
Well, I only moved to the wheel sort of in the last couple of months. So I've still got the consistency, but I'm just a little bit slow, which is why I've only got 2 points in ED2.
Imagine having force feedback for 103 minutes.
I quite enjoyed the safety cars.
To calm down, yeah.
And seriously, on the start-finish straight, I was putting my foot down on the floor so otherwise it was hovering over the brake pedal. I was just giving my foot a bit of a rest down the straight. And then obviously, thankfully, my play seat's right next to a wall. Because I just couldn't be bothered. The only time I had to lean off the wall was going through the left-handers in the stadium, because otherwise I couldn't get the opposite lockdown.
That's class. Absolute class. Well, Raggy, can we hear you? We can't hear him. He's got a thing next to his voice. I don't know if it's connection or thing. I can't change it.
I can hear him.
Raggy. Hi, Raggy. Well, thank you, Wizard. Well done.
Well done, Raggy, as well. Running away.
Raggy, you're here, yes.
Yes.
Well, mate, I mean, solid pace all round. Did very well to come through the pack early doors. Then you were on strategy with the rest with the safety car. It pulled you into the top 4. You pulled away at the end. Are you happy with your on-track performance?
No, because I went off track like 50 times.
How many penalties did you have in the end?
18, but I'm getting at least 3 removed.
Okay, so 15 seconds. You've done Mexico before, and you know it is quite a penalty-inducing circuit. Are you usually better on the penalties? And because you had moments in the race where you had to be aggressive, so you knew you were getting close to the white line.
Well, I did Mexico last season in E4,
and
I think I got like 6 or 9.
And that would double in endurance to 12 or 18, wouldn't it?
Yep.
So, do you think is it's good because of your pace? Do you think you could improve? And if you can improve, where could you improve?
Not having raced 3-4 races before this.
You done 4 races before this.
Yes, I've done charity events. I did a race at Brazil because they needed people, and now this. With no breaks in between either.
Fair play, fair play.
Oh my god. I mean, I knew you were doing a charity event, but I thought that was at like 5 o'clock. So you had a little break, but maybe not. And then you just go straight into an hour, 43 minutes of Mexico, and it's wet. You gotta be tired, sir.
Yeah, I'm very tired.
It
It showed on the mountain penalties. I think the amount I got today is more than I have got in E3 the whole season.
Really? Really? Wow.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, we know you're a consistent driver. The only question I have is, you did a reset to track at turn number 3, and you know you can't do that. Why did you do it?
My brain didn't hinder me. I was too tired.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll calculate the sufficient penalty, of course. Don't want to put it down on your night because you worked very hard, but just to let you know, because you can't do that, of course. But I think you'll still be 4th or 3rd. I think we'll have a look and we'll investigate it with the team. But you were superb. Your pace was absolutely excellent. I will try and get you in another endurance race, of course, if we can. But if we don't, I thank you so much for racing, Rage, and I hope you enjoyed the night.
Thank you.
Well done, Raggy.
Stumpy, any final for Rage?
Well, I was just wondering, like, obviously you started, it was dead last, I think. So I was just wondering what it was like just coming through that field, especially in the opening few laps when visibility was low. We saw you made, I think it was up to 6 positions almost straight away. So I was just, wondering through your mindset how you approach that.
Yeah, lap 1 was just chaos, to be honest. You couldn't approach it the right way, really. It was just be cautious and have a bit of luck. And I somehow got 6 positions or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then I just picked them off, really.
You did pick them off. It was quite entertaining to watch. Just picking them off one by one. Rage, congrats, well done. Good effort. And maybe hope to see you again. But if not, I'll be watching your races in the midweek and seeing how you can do in that championship.
Yes, thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you for the interview. And that's it then. Wow, 2 hours and 11 minutes this stream has been going. We started 2 minutes before the formation lap. Yeah, wow. Stumpy, any final words, mate? If you've got any left.
Yeah, well, it did calm down towards the end, didn't it? But then picked up right at the end. And other than that, I think it's been a great race, and looking forward to going to the home of motorsport to watch Silverstone next week, because that'll no doubt be another interesting one to watch.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try and get a third commentator as well for Silverstone of Jack, so we can have 3 of us, and we'll have 19 drivers after what happened tonight. So we can have a Martin, a Crofton, a Ted Kravitz, or Natalie Pinkham attempting to do practice 1. Which didn't quite go to plan, did it? There we go. Right, that's it. It's been a long night. Thank you to everyone who stayed. Great viewers. Our highest viewers we've had this season. I think it was like 25, 30. Good effort, good effort.
Nice.
And we'll see you in Silverstone in a week's time, after a very stressful next couple of hours, as I've got a lot of stuff to fix. But trust me, it will be fixed. Good night.